Thank you so much for joining us. Founder. There was a missing link, an unmet need was out in the world, waiting for the spark of invention, for a nurtured light bulb of creation. You are the one that found her, you found her. That elusive goal of having it all met a new definition in you. You walked and talked and worked it. You've been told to be little, but you're fierce. You broke molds. You broke free to the other side. Where you found her, you found her. You found her. That girl in the moon is the woman in you, and you're a founder. You're a living your dreams, reaching out with helpful hands, up all night, work all day kind of lady. Founder. You found her. You found the best you can be. You found the gift to give the world. You give, you build, you dream, you scream, you network and cold call and pitch until you hit. You found her. You found her, you found you, and we thank you for it. Thank you. So we'd like to welcome to the front here 3 very special women. We're going to have a little discussion about their journeys for fulfilling their own dreams as business owners.
Our first panelist is Danielle Elder of Windy Willows Environmental Center, established in 2014 with Bev Mold. With 23 years experience in her field, Danielle credits her decision to become an entrepreneur with a passion for her work and a desire to provide children who don't fit in a box with a truly rewarding learning experience that enhances their self-esteem. Windy Willows looks to impact the community they operate in by offering childcare services in an environmental and emergent approach to learning. Danielle notes that while there are many female entrepreneurs in her and Bev's line of work, there are not many who want to rock the boat with early learning. In striving to make a difference in the lives of children, they have had incredible support from their friends and family, including Danielle's husband Kyle, her daughter Willow, and her parents Maureen and Klaus Cowie. Next, at the end, we have Emma Jane Davidson of Golden Ears Cheese Crafters, started in 2010 alongside her sister. 6 years in the industry has taught her that while being her own boss is much more difficult than she anticipated. The hard work in making her business a priority, combined with her love of setting personal goals and testing her boundaries and limitations, is the basis from which she sees her business succeed. Working in a primarily male-dominated field, Emma and her sister do their best to be confident in their products and increase their knowledge through self-motivated education and research. Along with the support of family and close friends, the sisters also welcome information passed on from their contemporaries as they aim to be leaders by example themselves. Finally, Laura Herbert of Essentials Adult Toys since the dawn of the millennium. I'm so happy I got to say that. Year 2000, that's awesome. Due to an entrepreneurial spirit and a love of retail, she has always been self-employed, enjoying being her own boss. Drawing on the support of her husband Ross and daughters Jordan and Larissa, Laura prides herself on being able to provide herself and her family. She also feels fortunate to be able to give to her community by supporting charities and events such as Dry Grad. Laura feels she does not encounter any gender issues in her industry and that she has an advantage in her line of work due to women being her main marketing target. Thank you very much. A lot of business women have always been entrepreneurs. Did you start any businesses as a young person? Tell us about them. I see Laurel's like, just like.
Okay, my girlfriend and I, when we were about maybe 7 or 8, we were gonna I've always loved retail. So when we were about 7 or 8, and we lived in Vancouver, and so we started like a lemonade stand on the corner of Main and 56. But that wasn't going really well. People weren't stopping buying lemonade, so we went home and got all the eggs and stuff out of the fridge and we started trying to sell those to the people going by. My mom saw us and she was so mad because my friend Alicia had a sign, because we made a sign, and she was standing in the middle of Main Street holding the sign and trying to get the cars to stop. So it was kind of funny. But that was my first entrepreneurial experience.
How many eggs did you sell?
None. But that didn't stop us.
I actually didn't really have a an entrepreneurial experience as a child, but we did like form a band. That was kind of fun. But it was really, we didn't get anywhere.
21 and my sister was 23 when our parents approached us with the opportunity of starting our own business. So I feel like that's pretty young, being only 6 years ago. But my mother, being a teacher, wanted to teach us about, well, a lot of math. So I think basically she took us to the store and we would purchase, well, she would purchase, but we got to pick them out because we didn't have any money. We were like 6 and 7. We'd buy some chocolate bars and some Gatorade bottles and water bottles, and she would sit us out at the front of the driveway, similar to a lemonade stand, give us sombreros to wear. And I don't know when anyone remembers when we had the BC Summer Games here, it was that year, and we had all these athletes walking past, and we made good money. We had to write it at the end of the day, and then after that they got us to start a blueberry stand down at, if anybody knows where our property is, a long time ago. It used to just be my sister and I and some blueberries, and we'd have to go pick them up and make sure that we had all our product and see how much waste we had at the end of the day. So it's very cool, but this is a little different.
So what advice did you guys receive that impacted your entrepreneurial journey?
The first thing when we started to look into outdoor education for children, the best thing that someone told me was, you can't have kids outside all the time. It rains. And I was like, yeah, actually I can. So, and we just made it happen because we were a part of the environmental school, or my daughter was a part of that, and because of that, we thought that it would be best to make a school for little ones as well. It's been a challenge with that kind of knowledge and that kind of different take on childcare. It's not easily regarded, but it's getting there.
5 years ago when I went to a motivational speaker, and he said, if you want to build your business, you have to stop procrastinating and just do it. And stop making excuses and stop waiting for everything to be perfect and get up earlier. Like, just make that little bit of extra effort, put the extra effort into it to make it happen. And so I did that, and I can't even believe how much busier we've gotten. It's amazing. And so just stop wasting time.
I had two pieces. The first one that my parents gave to my sister and I, they sat us down and said, do you want to start a business together? And we both said yes. And they were going to guide us through it. Your number one rule is never second guess your sister. And it's really, really hard sometimes. And I have to bite my tongue, but that's certainly something that's helped a lot in our relationship, both as sisters and as business partners. The second most important piece of advice that I'm still trying to hammer into my head today, my mom and dad actually went to a seminar where they got to hear Brian Scudamore speak, the 1-800-GOT-JUMP guy. He started his business really, really young, and I think it was 8 years into it, he fired everyone. And the point of firing everyone was because he realized that if the people that you hire and bring on don't agree with what you're doing, or they don't have the same morals as what you're doing, or somehow you feel like they're not quite on the same track that you were on and that you need to be on, you're never going to get it. So it's best to just let them go and start fresh and take the time to find those people that are going to invest in your business and that they're going to be on the same wavelength that you speak.
Now, what different piece of advice do you have for any new or potential entrepreneurs in the audience?
Never miss a free seminar or class. Things like this, I mean, I know you need some money to be here, but this is an excellent thing where you can come, you can network, you can talk to other people, you can get out, and I'm here, and this is working hours for me because I get to talk in front of all of you, and maybe at least one person hasn't heard about Golden Ears Cheese Crafters before, and that's great. That's networking. But yeah, it's really helpful. Small Business BC. There's so many seminars that you can go to that are free or very, very low cost. You do not need a degree to run a business, but take in all the knowledge that you can get from free courses and things like that.
I would say don't let people think you can change the world. And I think the thing is that, you know, even though we own, like, there's a lot of people out there who own childcare centers, There's a lot of women who out there who own childcare centers, but be different. Like try something different, and try something that's, that's going to make a difference. And I believe that our center has hopefully made a difference in those kids' lives.
You have to trust your gut. You have to go with your gut and don't be afraid. I think everybody's going to be afraid, but you have to get past that and go with your gut feeling.
Yes, get through that fear and then go on and get the courage to keep going, and you have the capability to do another challenge, and it just comes and you do. So what's a key component of your daily success routine?
My notebook. I took notes in my notebook too, but in my notebook, which for most of you might be your day timer, it might be your phone, it might be a sticky pad that sits beside the bed. I'm one of those people that'll, totally related, when I'll wake up in the middle of the night and think about something that I didn't do, and I'll be sending an email, getting yelled at from across the bed. Put your phone away. But having a notebook all day, sticking to my tasks, going back to my notebook, because I find that I'm one of those people that can easily procrastinate and find endless hours in something else that I know is not going to help the business, but it might be something that I just wanted to spend time on. Coming back to that notebook, following along what was my plan for today. That's super, super important for the way that I work.
I have to plan my day ahead. First thing, I got to figure out what am I doing today, what's important, what's going to be my priority, and sticking to that, because otherwise you can waste a lot of time doing stuff that's really not important. Or you get hung up on something and it's just, you don't get anything done that you know you have to do. So you got to plan it, even if it's like something simple like meals or taking something to work, because you don't always even get time to stop and eat. So you have to have something there that you can just have, otherwise your brain stops working.
I even write down driving my kid to school. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta do that. I gotta remember that. Drive her to school, then do this. And I make a lot of lists. Do you guys make lists?
Yes.
Yes, lots and lots of lists. It's like the to-do thing, like the apps, those to-do apps. They're like awesome.
The Wonder List.
The Wonder List?
I use Wonder List.
Yeah.
Best.
Yeah.
For lists.
I know. And I was gonna say too, just in the morning, I don't know about you ladies, but I have to sort of decompress before my day. I sort of have to sit. When you work with children every day, you kind of have to sit and just be with your dog for 2 minutes.
So finally, how do you balance all the needs placed on you as a woman and as a founder?
Therapy and beer. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I think I balance because I have an incredible support system, and I have my husband who's just unbelievable and extremely supportive, and I'm really very, very lucky to have him and my daughter in my life, and my parents, and they really, really support every single thing that I do. And I think that is a huge thing when you're trying to do something different.
You got to recruit help. So my husband is very helpful. He's very grouchy about helping, but he does help. He does. And sometimes I put a lot of stress on him, because when we travel, we do the circuit for the shows, and he has to do all the hard work, because I can't lift. Well, what I do is hard too, but he has to do the heavy work, because I can't lift all the heavy things. So he does all that, and he does the driving. And then I get my mom to do the house things, so she helps. When the kids were younger, she would look after the kids. So I guess you gotta have a support system. I agree.
Tip too for balance is remembering that you don't have to balance absolutely everything every single day. Limit your day, pick the top 3 important things, focus on those. It's work, family, friends, rest, and fitness. And you pick one of those, or 3 of those every day, which I don't, obviously, but just remembering that you don't have to balance it all. And if the day is a total wash and you did not do everything that you wanted to do that day, tomorrow's coming, who cares? Have a glass of wine, eat a piece of cake, you'll be fine.
Thank you everyone for coming. It's really been an honor to share the film with you. And we have so many amazing women-led businesses in our community, and a lot of wonderful, great prizes. So what we'd like to do is everybody get your little blue ticket out that you got coming in. We're going to draw for the prizes, and if you can give a wave so we can clap for you for winning. But if everybody can stay in their seats until we've gone through everything, and then we like to give the gifts to the winners up here so we can take a picture with our sponsors. 2022.
That was so close.
Is that you?
Wonderful. Okay, next is donated from Tomes and Tales, from Faith at Tomes and Tales, which is a used bookstore in town. Everybody here reads, so 2072.
That's me.
Like that, right? Yeah. Next is a salon package from the Bombshell Salon in New Westminster. They did my color, but it's a little old, so they do a really good job.
They did mine too, which was back in January, so you can see how good it's lasted.
2074. Oh, that's my mom, so I'm going to pick her new hairstyle. Sunny at Once Upon Beauty is a collection of all natural handmade body products. The winner is 2048. Brad. They're good ones. Little space boxes, ticket 2020. Lovely. From Flutterby Refinished Furniture, which is local in Maple Ridge, donated by Nicole. It's going to go to 2024. This next prize is a collection from quite a few different sponsors, so it's a little health and wellness package. So I'm just going to list, there's four companies that are in this package. Healthy Whole Style with M. Middleton, the Blended Spirit Wellness Studio, the Sayo, and Easy Fit. 2044. Everybody really has their tickets in because this is the grand prize.
At least I got
For sure, for sure. So this is the prize donated from all three of our panelists. So from Emma at Golden Ears Cheesecrafters, 2 tickets to their beer fest. A toy package from Laurel. We'll let you discover all the personal details, but they're delicious. And they're delicious. A guide, I Love BC package from Windy Willows, supporting the environment. So for the grand prize, 2027.
Oh, Mr. Bug.
So thank you everyone so much for joining us this evening. It's an honor to present this film and share it with our community.
Is it going to
I know how to go.